So let's work on that. Let me see here. John, where are you? Head that way. Sweep that way a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to use this lapel for control. So I got side control here. All right, I'm going to pull this one out and I'm going to reach with my left hand. Now I got good business right here because right now I'm right hip to his right hip, okay? But I want to get pressure with my crossface. So instead of me just driving this or have my hands together, I'm just going to roll onto my left hip right here and I'm driving into him with my left leg, if you notice, and giving him good business here. I'll do it from a different angle here. My right hand controls his hip and my right elbow frames his inside knee, and then my right knee goes to the belly here. Okay? So here, typically it's pulled out that way, and I'm going to reach. So your reach is going to be under the shoulder. If I get here, you don't have a lot of control here. If I get here, I'm controlling his far shoulder. So even if he really kind of wants to turn into me, it's tough for him because I'm controlling his shoulder and I'm bracing it with his face. Okay? Brace with the face. All right. So I'm going to roll on my left hip and I'm going to give him good cross-face pressure here as I'm pulling and keeping him flat. My right hand goes to his hip, okay? And my right elbow frames his near knee because that's going to be the problematic knee. From here, it's like I'm going to switch my base a little bit and my right knee comes right under my right elbow and I'm going to get knee to the belly. You can also mount by bringing your left knee to his hip and then you mount. Maybe you'll get that arm exposed or not. But remember, whenever you have an underhook, he's probably going to be bringing that elbow, try to bring that elbow down. Remember, he has the right underhook, all right? He's got the right underhook, I have the right underhook. So it's not exactly all that ideal for me, and I got to be careful because his right hand can push my knee if he straightens out his leg flat under, and he turns, and now all of a sudden he has half guard and an underhook, and if he continues his motion, he's coming up and I'm going down. So bring your head that way. So I got the lapel here, okay? I rolled on my left hip here, and if you notice, my right hand is at his hip, and my right elbow is framing that leg. Because if you don't frame that leg, he does that. Or he'll just put that standard foot crossing over type situation. We'll address that. So your hand goes on his hip right here, and then you're gonna frame his hip here. So your legs, one, here, here. You can go here, and now you've got a good mount right there. All right. So the key is getting good cross-face pressure. As I went from hip, right hip to right hip, I rolled here, and I'm constantly driving forward. As my right hand gets his hip, and I'm framing his near leg. Because if he tries to slide that in, yeah, I can go under, I can go under here, I can even come over this way. As long as you clear a path for that knee not to be an obstacle. Because if he does this here, then it's tough. And if you mount, you're gonna wind up in a butterfly and underhook. I mean, not in the best position to mount. Okay, so head that way, feet that way. Set it here, go here, and on the hip. Straighten your legs up real quick. I want to grab the hip and I want to be able to frame it like a bar. So as he brings his right knee up, I can move it. So now here, as I go, one, slide my knee under, bring my left knee to his hip. One more time. Watch what I do with my left knee, and hopefully I'll get on the inside of his near arm. So I fed in here, right hip, right hip. I'm gonna roll onto the left so that now my right hand can work here, my frame. So now as I get my right knee up, I need to bring my left knee closer. But my toes are still dug in so I can push forward. As now my right knee can come here. If I want to come up and knee the belly, it's one thing, but here it's already too far. You bring this here, and goes. And you're here. I really highly emphasize you getting this hook, so this foot or leg of his does not go flat. If you do this, okay, and he's slow, yes, that's bad for me. And you see how easily it slides right into that. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, face the head that way, is just get a nice, tight, controllable mount right here.
So that whole time you're inside control, you're driving forward into him. Like
The thing, the real pressure from side control isn't top-down gravity pressure. It's your ability to create lateral pressure and just erode them right into the mat. Not that way, so it's like I don't want to push him like a sled. I just want to keep driving and eroding him so that there's pressure. And you kind of, so I can move this way, so, because I'm only as heavy as I can be with gravity, but here, it's a lot more pressure here, especially if I can block a hip here, which is nice to do also, because if he turns away, tries to roll away, I kind of have him here. If he tries to turn into me, I can use this elbow to frame here, and see how I rolled on my left hip, and I'm still driving forward with my leg. So I never want you guys to have your legs fully extended, and it's all, driving pressure is with the balls of your feet, not with the heels. Your heels shouldn't even be on the mat. Frame it, and now my left leg has to get closer to his hip so that my right knee can come through here. I get the underhook here, my right knee, my left knee is kind of in his armpit here, 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 and I want you to bring your knees back so you're hooked. I don't want this. This can pop your knees, because if he slowly straightens his legs, that's already heel hooking me from the outside. I don't want that. I want this, this, and this. If anything, it's controlling his leg by lifting my foot towards the ceiling as my hip drops, because I do not want to let him flatten out his leg. Yes, as I go here. And if anything from here, you would want is a more of a high mount right here. Okay? But for now, let's just practice mount. 1, 2, 3.